KUGAN, CASSIUS, IFL TV, MTK Global at the press conference for the time is now 6th of October, Leicester Arena. Frank Warren I'm joined by. How are you?
I'm fine. Yourself?
Yeah, all good.
Good man.
Yeah, Frank, first of all, obviously a brilliant fight between Catterall-Davies and us as fans. We've wanted this fight for a long time and we're finally going to get it.
Yeah, it's a good fight. I'm really pleased we got it together, and the two boys have signed for it. Trying to get an eliminator tag on it. We're working on that at the moment, but whatever it is, it's a great fight. You know, they're two guys at the top of their game, two young fighters, and I think we're going to see something a little bit special on the evening.
Davies using a different approach today in the press conference, kind of indicating he'd played the media to such, but am I winning my money, Frank?
Listen, I would think you've got a good bet there. We'll just see how it goes.
I can't see 2 months is a long time for him not to say something to Jack Catterall.
You never know what's going to happen. But one thing about him, he's like he said, he gets attention, he gets people going. He's real Marmite. You love him or you hate him. And his last performance was a tremendous knockout. I mean, that got to be up for one of the knockout of the year. Great fight, and as I was saying at the press conference, Jack's had a nice outing last time out in Ireland. So these guys are good and ready to go. Not like that, they're active fighters. They're fighting regularly, and as I say, we should see something a little bit special.
Another great fight on the bill is between Leon Woodstock and Archie Sharp, who were going at it today at the press conference, and they're two undefeated fighters that are going to be putting their O's on the line. They're
two young lions, aren't they? They want to be in big fights. This is a big fight, and you've got to take your hat off. That Archie's going up to Leon's hometown, home city, so I'll give him all credit for that. But again, that's a fight that's going to have you on the edge of your seat. That is going to be a good fight.
Nicola Adams hopefully going to be in a world title fight or an interim fight.
Or an interim title. We got, it's a contractual situation. We're trying to sort it out at the moment. But she will be in, one or the other of those titles.
And a test for Daniel Dubois as well, going in against Kingpin Kevin Johnson, who us as UK fans are very.
He's an old campaigner. He knows the game. At this stage of Daniel's career, it's a bit of a step up, but that's what it's all about. He wants to learn, and Kevin brings a lot to the table for him. So, I think it'll be a good fight for him.
It proved very difficult to stop over these. We know Anthony Joshua did stop him a couple of years ago, but there's a long list of people that couldn't stop him.
A long list of people couldn't stop him. And Daniel's 20 years of age. He's still a baby.
Frank, right. I don't know where to start with you.
What about our new signing?
Sam Bowen, the British super featherweight champion.
Yeah, I'm really pleased he's on board, and he'll be making his debut with us on the show, defending his title. So it's a great show. It's a fantastic show. Great. You're a boxing fan. It's one of those. It's going to be a great evening.
Tune in or be there at Leicester Arena.
Either. Don't miss it.
Don't miss it either way. Frank, obviously the news with everyone's picked up on this week is you and Tyson Fury revealing that you're deep into negotiations with Shelley Finkel and Deontay Wilder's team about a possible fight with Wilder and Fury. So can you just give us a little breakdown of how that situation has come about?
Well, it's come about because both of them wanted to fight, and we are. I'm hoping we're very close to getting it done. But obviously Tyson's got to win his fight on the Belfast show on the 18th, and he's got to come through that. If he comes through that, I believe we'll be in a position for that fight to happen.
How long have these talks been going on for, Frank?
Probably about a couple of weeks now.
A couple of weeks.
I got involved with them. I was helping them with put together their, a little bit. We're helping them with their the offer that they made to Anthony Joshua, and that's really how it came about.
Tyson Fury saying that Shelley Finkel and the whole team are very, very easy to deal with, which obviously, we've kind of seen the other side of it from the negotiations between Eddie Hearn and Wilder's team.
I always say if you want to make a fight and the money's right, it's easy to do. And there's two reasons you don't make fights. That's one, the money's right, or two, you don't fancy it. And that's the bottom line. And turning down a guarantee of 2 fights of $80 million guarantee tells you they don't want to fight.
Tyson Fury saying that this fight is going to happen in December in Las Vegas. Has that been mentioned? Is that?
Yeah, I mean, that's,
Yeah.
you know, it'll probably be taking place in the States, and of course, if it's in Vegas, it's, you know, it's boxing capital in the States. Love to be there for it, and they'll love Tyson, won't they, when he gets over there once he starts going. But as I say, you know, he's Deontay Wilder's I think he's a much better fighter than people give him credit for. He's a dangerous fighter. He can punch. We've seen him so many times in fights now where he's behind and he pulls a big, you know, that big punch out the bag. And you know, Tyson's been out the ring for a while, and it's his second fight back on the 18th of August. So we'll see how he comes through it. And then he wants it. You know, Tyson wants the fight, and it's been and it has working on this with Shelley. It's been very easy. It's not been a difficult situation at all. It's an open book.
People suggesting that Wilder's team would be kind of using this Tyson Fury to kind of as a pawn in the negotiations with Joshua. That's, you know,
Who's saying this?
On social media, people suggesting that it could be a ploy to kind of help them in their negotiations with Joshua's fight.
This will happen. I think this will happen, and there's no contract signed yet. But if things are going the way, as well as the way they have been going, and I think we'll be in a position to be announcing the fight fairly soon. You know, officially announcing it. But we all want it. You know, it's a good promotion. It's a good fight. It's to be a joint venture with us. You know, with us and with Deontay's team, and we're just looking forward to it. It's the fights that the fans want. You know, that's what they do. You know, you've got the lineal world champion in there, never been defeated, in there, never lost his belts in the ring, fighting a guy out there who's undefeated. You know, medalist for US in the Olympics, and you know, tremendous puncher. This is a big fight. This is a big fight.
Frank, could you just step that way so I can just get? Sorry.
I think it's the biggest fight of the year. You know, it's a toss-up out of that and the rematch with Canelo and Golovkin, but it's a bloody big fight. It's the biggest heavyweight fight, without a doubt, by far.
Was it ever discussed that the fight could take place in the UK, or was it just to happen in America?
Yeah, it did, but the way it's worked out is where we're at. See, I think, you know, when Tyson fought Klitschko, which at the time was a massive, you know, was quite a big fight. Klitschko, how old was he then? He was like late 30s when he fought Tyson. You know, Tyson's going in with a guy, I mean, there's only a couple of years difference in their age. They're both, again, you know, Tyson's not like he's got lots of mileage on the clock, and he just needs to get that, be match fit. When he goes in there, you're talking about a seriously big world heavyweight title bout involving, you know, two of the best. And I think the winner of that fight will be the best, because you know why? He steps up to the plate.
From your conversations and negotiations with Shelley Finkel, Frank, is the indication that they're kind of dismissing that April 13th date that's been put on by Eddie Hearn? Look,
you know, it's not up to, you know, I think the answer to that is, when you're trying to make fights, you're trying to do it to each other's agenda, not to somebody else's agenda. And I don't think they ever want to fight Deontay Wilder anyway. I don't think that Robert McCracken fancies that fight one bit for his man. And he may be right, he may be wrong, I don't know. But that's the reason the fight's not been happening. I don't think Eddie Hearn wants to fight. They just announced a new deal. And, you know, God forbid that Anthony Joshua gets beat for them. It gets a bit skinny then, doesn't it? There's not a lot around.
Shelley Finkel also has made some comments in the last day or so about an offer for Chisora and White to fight Deontay Wilder as well, and I think he used the term, he thought it was a joke.
Well, I don't know what the offer is, but at the end of the day, you know, Tyson has beaten Derek Chisora twice convincingly. Certainly the last fight he had, which was a younger Derek Chisora, coming off of 4 or 5 really good wins, he took him to school. So, you know, he's the guy who beat him. Dylan White and Derek Chisora had a blinding fight, the pair of them. There was nothing in it. I thought Derek may have just nicked the decision, but there was nothing in it. And when you think of, you know, the form line, you think of Tyson, you think what Tyson's done. Of course he wants to fight Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury's the guy. He's the guy. Whatever way you want to look at it, until somebody beats Tyson Fury, they're not the man. They've got to beat him. If Deontay Wilder beats Tyson Fury, he's the man, because he's beat the lineal champion. He's beat the guy who made who took Klitschko to school a long time, 18 months before Anthony Joshua fought him in a life and death fight. So Tyson's the man. Whatever way you want to look at it, he's the guy.
Frank, is there the possibility that Touchwood Tyson comes through Pianetta on the 18th? Is there a chance that he could have one more before going in with Wilder? Is that a possibility?
I don't know. I mean, let's see what happens on the 18th. I doubt that'll be the case because obviously it's a time factor. But we'll see. I want to. Deontay's coming in for the show.
He's coming.
He's coming. Yeah, I'm hoping he's going to be there and he'll be commentating for BT, and he's coming over. So you hear it from the man yourself.
It should be interesting to see how this develops.
It will be.
Frank, obviously, news week before that is that yourselves and Matchroom reached a deal for Billy Joe Saunders to fight Andrade in America. Obviously, we understand with help from MTK Global as well, Frank. So, yeah, talk to me about that.
Well, it's very simple. It was out of purse bids, and I think we were talking. They made an offer. I think if we'd have gone to purse bids, we would have won the purse bid because we had 80% of the purse bid to play with. Bill's purse was already done, but that would have made Bill would have got less money, and we would be paying, obviously paying quite a bit of money for Andrade, which I didn't see the value of, and nor did I want to be paying that type of money. So Bill said to me, "Listen, let's go and fight out there." And we talked, and as I say, between it, the management team, MTK was the management team, and myself, we give it a lot of thought and got it together and got the fight on there. Bill went out there and fought Lemieux, took him to school. Billy Joe Saunders is a good fighter. We promote him, and we will continue promoting him. And when I believe he'll go out there. I believe he'll defend his title successfully, and then we go from there. They were talking of Andrade wanting to have a warm-up fight, which we said was no. And he is the mandatory, so it is what it is. No one's ducking the fight, and going into the other guy's backyard says a lot about Bill again.
But I mean, it's positive for boxing that kind of deal was reached. However, it was reached before a purse bid situation
at
the last minute.
Delivering the fight for the fans, and it's about, at the end of the day, everybody's best interest, Bill's best interest, being catered for, and that's what we've done.
But people will wonder how you feel about, obviously, Billy Joe will end up fighting on obviously DAZN and also on Sky Sports on that night.
Well, DAZN doesn't bother me. It's an American broadcaster. That's irrelevant. Of course, I'd want him to be on BT, but that was part of the deal. And for Bill, he's getting a decent purse. And as I say, had we done the fight over here, and I would have won the purse, but if we'd done the fight here, he'd have got less money. And he said, "Listen, I'll beat the guy wherever it is." So that's where we got to.
So basically, it's the best deal for the fighter, for your fighter.
Yeah. That's what we've done. We haven't stood in his way. We've done the right thing for Bill, and the right thing for boxing, by the way.
Could we see you and Mr. Hearn on the same press conference table?
Well, he's exclusive promoter, so of course I'll be there with him.
Should be interesting. First time for everything.
Yeah, I think it will be. It will be the first time. Yeah. Anyway, all I care about is the fight on the night. That's all that matters. The rest of it's just what it is. But the fight is what matters.
We're understanding that could be in Boston. Frank, have you been told any more information about that?
No. We've been waiting for the contract. There's no contract arrived yet. We've got to get the contract in soon. So it's got to be lodged with the WBO.
Okay. Just finally, obviously, Liam Smith. Wasn't quite his night against Munguia.
No, I felt he could have beaten him. He just didn't get quite going. I don't think we didn't see the best Liam Smith in the ring, but it was exciting, that's for sure. Liam does give 100%, and they love him out there. Every time he's gone out to the States or travelled, he's produced a really good show. And he'll have a little break, and he'll come back in the autumn. And I'll have him out again, and we'll work hard to move. He may move up a weight, I don't know. We're going to have a conversation, but whatever happens, I'm with him. He's been, we've been worked together from the beginning. I like Liam. I think he's a really good guy, and we'll work very hard to get him another shot.
Just finally, did you see the action from the weekend, Frank?
What, the heavyweights?
Yeah,
I did. Yeah.
What did you make of the show?
I think they were good fights. I think they were good fights for the fans. Exciting fights. I thought that, look, if you want looking at the fighters, what do I think of the fighters? I thought Dylan White was obviously struggling a bit at the end. I mean, there's no doubt about that. I don't think that helped with a knockdown, which certainly was not a knockdown. I thought Ian Lewis got that wrong. But it was a good fight, and Derek just pulled one out of the bag, didn't he? He pulled it out of the bag. And all I look at those fights, it just tells me how good and how much we should appreciate what Tyson Fury did. Because think, as I mentioned earlier, look at the line, you think he had a fight with Derek, a younger Derek, you think how good he was and what he did there. And that tells you, we're getting back to where he's at, you can get that title back.
Okay. Frank, have you got anything else you'd like to add?
No, mate, not at the moment. Oh, yes, we're announcing a show next week, 20th of October. And a big show we'll be announcing 20th of October.
Okay. We look forward to news on that.
Good.
Frank Warren, thank you very much for talking to IFL TV, and we'll catch up with you soon.
Good to see you.
Thank you, mate.